I think, as far as biker groups go, but as far as being a family, I guess you could say that, you know, we kind of all bond together.
Well, the bikers, I think, are really important in the city because they're so much faster than cars. You can just weave in. And if someone needs a package, 5 minutes, it has to be there.
You have to concentrate all the time. Yeah, because one second you'll, look over your shoulders. You have to be careful.
Yeah, I'm kind of like more scared of cars, but like I'm not, like it's not too adventurous to me. It's kind of worrisome.
I've lost count of how many times I've endured. I've lost count of how many fenders I've hit and flipped over cars, of how many pedestrians I've completely taken out. There's just so many accidents I've had. I've got scars that I don't even remember where they came from.
I was coming through Kenmore and somebody just opened up their door into the traffic side of the lane, got me right on my shoulder, and just flipped over. And then 9 o'clock in the morning, it's not what you're really expecting.
I think that a lot of the people that are involved in couriers have a lot of the same interests outside of being bike messengers. There's a lot of artists, there's a lot of musicians, there's a lot of just unique people that find a home, in the courier family.
A member of this eccentric family is James, a loner, a poet, a homeless bike courier who is running down his dreams on the streets of Boston.
They know the job on your bike riding than you do going in and out of buildings, which is what you do a lot of in Boston. And that's boring and it stinks. You end up either hot or cold. You get cold. Playing odds, eventually you're gonna get hit by a car. Everybody does. I've been hit by many, but eventually badly. And like I've knocked out my teeth, and what else? Broke open my kneecap, broke my collarbone. Tons of road rage. And there's so many accidents and people get hurt so much just because they don't even know how to save themselves from getting in an accident. There's definitely some camaraderie because everyone's out there alone. Basically, when you get a job, you're riding by yourself. You're all by yourself. It's you against all the cars in the world. There is camaraderie just basically because all the other couriers, everyone knows what it's like, and definitely the people that have been doing it a while. Most people kind of respect each other or like each other because they're doing a tough job. As much as corporate America sucks, but we're just helping them along. Their machine wouldn't run half as smooth if they didn't have their messages and their paperwork, pushed around by us. And that kind of bothers me. We need them as much as they need us. There's no question about that. We're definitely making money off them. We're doing all right, too. I mean, they definitely make more money and have insurance, most suits, but we, we get to wear what we want. I'm not too happy about being in the game. I'd rather just be a poet, but that takes money.
I'm a baby tooth on a large gear, spinning in an ugly machine. I'm going nowhere. Roll over and see what we make. Upbraid your best intentions. Feel the shapes we create. Looks like flowers. I'm a dusty cloud that slides upstream. In dreams you held my son. My hands felt for the memory beneath your touch. A baby tooth that grows each year. I started writing poetry when I was like 16 or 17. I don't know why I started writing. I guess I read something that I really liked, and it inspired me to write myself, I guess. Because when you read a good poem, it seems to, it's a good window into what somebody's thinking, what's on their mind, and so I think I have a lot of good stuff on my mind that, I don't know, I think poetry's the best way for me to express it, basically. I always think the next great poem's, around the corner. Sometimes, definitely, I'll write in an elevator or something, just a few lines or something, because usually I just need to, one good line or two good lines, like, that's how I start a poem. It's just on one good thought, and then I just keep it going, as far down the page or pages as I can go. But, sometimes you just dry for days and days on end, weeks, whatever.
Writing's great. I love it.
Yeah,
I
well-
wish more people read. Seems nobody cares about poetry at all, which I don't know. I guess it's not going to change the world or anything, but it might. If a lot of people read, they might learn a lot more and try to treat each other and the planet and everything else a little better. But as it is, people don't want to read. They want to, you know, they want to be online. They want to get all the information in the world, but they want to look at it. They don't want to understand it. It's weird, you know. And I would probably write more positive, less. I don't know the word. I don't know. Less biting poetry. Maybe if I didn't if I wasn't in a city, you know, getting yelled at, and get the fuck out of my way, blah blah blah, and getting in car accidents. I mean bike accidents with cars and stuff. So it kind of has an effect on the way I write, just because I deal with a lot of stressed people. Be a lot less pollution and there'd be a lot less violence if people read more and rode more. You know, there'd be a hell of a lot less deaths. You know.
I've been homeless, I guess homeless you could call it, for about a year or so. I couch surfed at some nice people's houses for a while. An ex-girlfriend, some good friends that let me crash on their couch for about 6 months. They really helped me out. Saved a lot of money there so that I could purchase my van. That was nice. But basically being homeless, I don't mind it at all. Everything I own, I'm not much on material things anyway. I like bicycles. They fit inside my van, and writing doesn't take much room for pads and paper, so that's all I really need to get along. I live in my van. I eat my meals. I don't usually eat meals. I eat whatever food I have in the van. I sleep in the van. I do most of my writing in the van. I don't shower, so I don't do that in the van, but I occasionally brush my teeth when I can find my toothbrush in the van. It's great. I don't drive it all that. I drive it more than I'd like to. You know, the more you drive it, the less they last. But I do spend a lot of time in it. There's no question. Usually alone with Tonka. I've always tried to groom myself for being alone, because I've disagreed with everybody I've probably ever come in contact with more often than not, and so therefore I end up alone because people don't want to hear what I have to say. So therefore, I don't know, you just get used to being to write. I listen to music, play my drum, which I don't do enough of, but practice makes perfect. In the future, I just hope to get published, to finally send out my book and have someone look at it, and hopefully want to print up a whole lot more of them and give me some cash. But beyond that, just finding some work other than currying out in the woods somewhere or in the mountains. I don't know.